How you going, guys? It's John from Topcatch in Takapuna. Just here with Paul Senior, just wanting to talk about soft baits in winter time. Having quite a lot of mixed reactions at the moment with colours and what to use, when to use, and they're working and not working, and I've kind of picked up on a certain trend, and I've noticed, especially this time of the year with the weather, it's all about tides and how much rain's coming down. So if you're thinking about it, with the amount of rain that's falling down at the moment, and it's landing all around, you know, on all up in the mountains and whatever, around the hills, goes down into the estuary system, and then you get an outgoing tide, and all that tide does is brings out all that dirty water. So you got clean water at the top of the tide and dirty water at the bottom of the tide. Now with the Z-Mans, they've got a great selection of soft plastics, as you guys know, different sizes and different swim patterns and colors. Just wanting to show you, like, you know, with the different styles and the colors, and especially now with the glitter that's embedded inside the soft baits, does help you catch more fish, because the fish do need to see these lures. They are scented, they will hone in on the scent, but they also need to see it to eat it. So certain lures on certain days work better than others. A lot of guys tend to fish with just the usual same old, like bruised banana, or, you know, like your new pennies. There's nothing wrong with them, but this time of the year is when you want to have a great mixed bag from pinks, oranges, browns, reds, blues, yellows, you know. So you want to be able to pick that right water clarity on certain tides, on all tides, and still be able to fish them as well. So with the Z-Mans that are out these days, a lot of them have got really good glitter in them. A lot of them, like say the new penny, the Old Faithful, even though if I stretch that out, you can see there's a lot in a very thin amount of rubber or silicone. So now if I'm fishing on an outgoing tide and the water's dirty, and you need to fish your lures a lot slower, because the fish are now pretty much got half the visibility compared to an incoming tide with clean water. And especially if it's been raining, you definitely want to fish lures with curly tails or paddle tails. You want to fish them a lot slower. One thing I have found that does work a lot better is using a heavier jig head, because you want to fish these with a slower rip, and because it's swimming down, you want to have that little motion of jerking and this swimming down on its own, and then sitting there and swimming on its own as well. So these two lures with the paddle tails, they've got their own action. The fish will find these a lot easier to find, and they'll hit these quite aggressively, because they think they've got the dirty water as camouflage to help them in for their advantage. So these things here, whenever they're you find yourself in dirtier water, you know, estuary mouths, or, you know, around harbour entrances and so forth, I found lures that have a darker colour, or paddle tail or curly tail, I tend to fish these a lot slower, and I get a lot more bites. Now as the tide comes in, brings in cleaner water, you definitely want to start fishing with like natural colours. So these ones here, the deal, this is one of the new ones that have come out in the Z-Man family. Same again, if I stretch that out, you can see like it's got that bluish shine to it. That bluish shine, if I can stretch that out, that bluish shine is actually a ultraviolet or UV glitter. So it only picks up on the sunlight, blue in the UV light, and it gives a nice white pearl color to it. So even though it's dark on the top and very white on the belly, just like all fish are white on the belly and darker on the top, because from above you want to be matching the sea floor, and if you're looking from above looking upwards, you want to be matching the sky. So that's why a lot of these like natural colors in clean water work a lot better as well. Not saying the darker dirty water, new pennies and so forth don't work, they do work as well. Another great one is the motor or the motor oil, Z-Man. This is the jerk shad. Now these ones here, they've got UV in them, UV paint, so they kind of stand out in a funny little brown kind of color. Represents like a worm or a small little baitfish or shrimp. So these ones here, even though they don't have any glitter, these do catch fish, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have had a lot of good success on these ones here too. So I'm going to go and show you on the windowsill. Today's a perfect day, it's overcast, it's not so great. We're going to go and show you coloration. We're going to put these up on the window and we're going to show you what stands out on an overcast day, and you can see for yourself why colour and a great selection of colours and it's really important to have inside your tackle box. So yeah, right here what I've set up along the window, because it's an overcast day, there's a few clouds, you can see there's kind of like a different colour backdrop as well. Now some of these stand out a lot better than others, especially like the atomic sunrise down here, but a lot of you guys don't realise some of these, such as the red bone, the nuclear pilchard, on the white of the belly, they actually glow. So first light, last light, incoming tide, or just on the first run on the outgoing tide, these would be my go-to, because like having a glow in the dark, as most of you guys know, the orange sliders do really well because of that glow. Same with the pink and the white, so they've got Lumo paint in them as well. So as you can see, the smoky shad down here, he's not really seen much, but this is something I would use in cleaner water. It does have that nice sparkle to it, you can see. So right on the top of that sunlight there, you can see it sparkling away. Whereas the nuclear pilchard has got these black specks in them, so they don't really stand out as much. So, whereas the orange down here, the atomic sunrise, these ones here have got that nice gold speckle to them as well. So we're talking about the new products as well, like the new cold trout pattern. They've got these beautiful big blue flakes of glitter that catch the sunlight really, really well and reflect it in all sorts of directions. So something like the gold. Now this is something really not common here in New Zealand, but in Oz, like we've got the gold bombers. These things here in real super dirty water have done very well for a lot of barramundi fishing. Same with the brim. We also do get snapper on these as well, and the guys that have tried these here inside the harbour, around the Gulf, the channel markers and so forth, they've done really well on these as well. So these little gold curly tails. Now this is the new cold trout pattern. Now you can see, compared to the flakes, you've got very small gold flakes on the atomic sunrise and big blue flakes, just like a cold trout, if you guys have ever seen one. So if I stretch these out, you can see there's a lot different amount of glitter embedded in these soft plastics. So the blue ones, the blue dots as well. I mean, another fish around here that has orange colour and blue dots is a cold, apart from a cold trout in the tropics, down south, pink snapper. So they've known to cannibalise themselves as well. So kingfish love pink snapper as well. So don't count them out. So they'll hit these as well. So having one of these, fantastic lure to have. So yeah, we're all dying to go and wait for the weather to clear out so we can biff a few of these out and give these a shot, see how these go against the old atomic sunrise. Since these guys have come out, the atomic sunrise here on my right hand side, these things here have been killing it. Everyone's been boasting about it, everyone's loving it, and hopefully these ones here are going to be doing exactly the same thing. So any questions, any ideas, or any kind of experiences that you've had, whether tide or whatever, I'd love to hear about it. Pop in the shop, Topcatch Takapuna, and talk about Z-Man soft baits. Cheers guys, have a good day. Thanks.